Howdy y'all, it's me. I'm back today to go over the physical archive CDs of one of my favorite artists of all time, Morgan Page. Morgan Page is from Burlington, Vermont. He got his start in the very late 90s, early 2000s, working for college radio in high school and his college years, according to Wikipedia. He is mainly, maybe most known for his DJ work, but he's also producer, writer. He does sing as well. He does have a slew of digital releases. Not gonna mention those today because they're very numerous. As far as CDs go, first up we have got 2002's Drifting Into View. I'd say small release. I only found a copy of it on Discogs. It's nowhere to be found on eBay. All but one track is instrumental, so that might not be for everyone, but I enjoy this. It's, put it on in the background. I also feel like it's got that good nostalgic feeling if you're nostalgic for early 2000s electronic kind of dance music. Guess I should have said that. His genre is electric, house, down-tempo, little pop. Yeah, this is just, where it all began, and I feel like it's an important piece understanding his discography of instrumental tracks, adding the vocals, and where, they kind of intercepted and ended up with his most recent work. Then, quite a bit later, we've got in 2008 his release, Elevate. This might be viewed as his first official album. And if there's one track you are going to know him for, it's for the first track on the album called The Longest Road. deadmau5 did a remix of this song, and that was actually nominated for a Grammy. He has got also one other Grammy nom for himself, a remix of a Nadia Ali song he did. This is the first album I ever heard anything from him. I say this with a lot of artists on this channel. I discovered them through Pandora. Being on my school laptop in high school, I listened to Pandora constantly, and I liked a lot of electronic, dare I say, techno music. I'm pretty sure the first song I ever heard was, I want to say it was the second track, Call My Name, which is very good. I was always looking for music to also play at night while I was falling asleep. No offense to the music. Going back to The Longest Road, I love that song. Maybe if someone out there has only ever heard the remix, listen to the original, because the country twang on that song, baby, I love. That probably is what inspired me to put on this shirt. I really think so. Majority of songs on this are remixes, but I really don't mind that at all, because the amount that he changed the song from the original transformed it and made it very interesting and, dare I say, better in a couple cases. The third track, Peace and Hate by the Submarines, totally different from the original. I think it's cool to take kind of maybe an indie band like that and put it into something like this, much more fast-paced. There's even a Nelly Furtado remix on here, believe it or not. Another one of my favorite nighttime songs that I listen to 2 billion times is a song called Under on here. And I didn't know if that was his original song or not, because it says under on this. I'm like, is that the band's name and the title of the song? Yes, it actually is. There's a band. I think they only put out one album. I finally just discovered that recently. Yeah, Under. I do like the deadmau5 remix of The Longest Road. That's very cool in its own way. This has some definite standout tracks worth checking out. Oh, if it was like 2005 again, and we were all in a group standing outside our workplace playing Desert Island, someone asked me, what top 5 CDs would you bring with you to the desert island? My number one pick would definitely be this one. I'm gonna hype this up like crazy. I don't know if anyone will indeed go check it out and be disappointed. I'm sorry, I don't think you will be. One of my favorite albums of all time, if not my favorite. Yep, I said it. As many times as I have replayed this, it sounds brand new every single time. I love this album. I adore this album. It is so good. It's perfect for me. It's a 10 out of 10. So it is his 2010 release. The album's called Believe. Slightly misleading title. I don't know if you'd see this and think there was some religious connotation going on here, but there's not. I was in high school whenever I heard this. I had a playlist on my iPod Touch titled Night, and I listened to it every night for a solid year, I'm sure, at least. And I had on that just the few instrumental tracks that are on here. Intro's good. Don't skip the intro. Don't skip anything. And the sixth track, as many times as I've heard the phrase repeated in the song, I still can't pronounce it. Seeing that, I was like, oh, is Morgan Page religious at all? I really don't know that he is, but I mentioned this to a friend and he just said, well, all music has been touched by either or both psychedelics or Catholicism. So that explains that. It's just kind of a universal thing at some point. So 1, 6, and then probably track 13, Coming Home, is also instrumental. Those were my go-to. To just indulge myself. Every song is my favorite song, so I'm gonna mention every song. Second track, Strange Condition, I literally only just learned as of like a year ago that this is a cover by the original songs by Peter Yorn. I didn't know. I'm not that solid of a music fan, I guess. But I was in American Eagle one day and I heard the original playing and I'm like, I guess it's a cover after all. But great song, great lyrics, very cool. Overall, this album, it's definitely all fits together perfectly, beautifully, of similar vibe with all the songs of being house music, but just very like down tempo, I guess, in a very extremely pleasing way for me. So I love what he did with that song, though, is what I'm trying to say, differing from the original. The third track, Believe, I love a lot. I love the lyrics in that song, then the chorus, just so poetic, I think. Back to Life, just amazing. I love all these songs that they just hit you, they draw back, they hit you, they draw back. Fight for You, I believe it's Lissy singing on that song, frequent collaborator. I love her voice. Just a great song. I thought I wouldn't run out of stuff to say here. Only Human, very cool. Tell Me Why, man, just great. Featuring the late, great Angela Mikulski, who's another frequent collaborator of his. Love her voice. She's great. Traces Remain. Love it a whole lot. Probably would listen to that at night. Just great beat on that one. I've Had Friends. Man, what is this song? What is this whole album? I don't know. I have so much love for this album. I can't seem to put it into words. The Dark, I have truly listened to thousands of times. So on that one, Morgan Page sings. I think that is the only song on this one he does vocals for. So his voice, you know, kind of what I guess you might expect from a male DJ is not, you know, there's some guys out there, they're not so melodic sounding, and honestly, that's okay. I really think his voice lends well to sort of down-tempo music, especially this In the Dark. Man, it's just so moody. In the same style, kind of reminds me of, if anyone remembers way back when Mr. Calvin Harris used to sing in his own songs. I loved it. I thought it was great. You know, his first two albums are my favorite. You know, I feel like you don't have to be the best vocalist. We should all know by now, singing and music is not about who has the best voice, right? But who has a good voice and does it complement the music well. So I really do like and appreciate his, when he did sing Believe. Guys, it might be my favorite album of all time. It's perfect. And in 2012, he put out In the Air. A few of these tracks might be some of his most recognizable ones. In the Air, the title track, goes crazy, man. Like I said, Angela Mikulski, gorgeous voice. This, in general, is more commercial, if you will, sounding. Definitely, you know, the beats go harder here. Down-tempo vibe is slowly fading away, but it's kind of still there. But a couple tracks he did with Tegan and Sarah are, you know, no down-tempo, just full-on at the club, you know. But Where Did You Go? It's like the second track. It's not too clubby. It's still kind of laid back. The fifth track, every time it comes on, this vocalist reminds me so much of David Archuleta. So I always think it's him when I'm listening to it. SOS Message in a Bottle, which of course is a Police cover. Morgan sings on that one. I love that one. It's down-tempo. It's very good. I love it a lot. He does then sing on the song Missing. Not a lot of lyrics in that one. Very vibey, very good. I feel like, you know, we had the music from this. We had the lyricism and vocals, you know, singing in a song from this. It all kind of transcended into this. But with his next album, his instrumental, spaced out vibe goes away and we're more just ready to party. But this album is very solid, I must say. It might be my second favorite of his or third, because I do like Elevate a lot, but this is totally solid. I was so ready when this came out in 2012. Great. 2015, he put out the album DC to Light, which I think is a term having to do with sound mixing or something to do with music. I should look that up. This is at the club, man, which he's a DJ. He's DJ'd all over the world. I think he's done all the major festivals too, like Coachella and Burning Man and everything. So every song on this album you could fist pump to. I don't know if anyone has fist pumped since 2008. That's okay. I don't know what other motion you could do at the club. My other qualm with this album is that a lot of his songs, or even some not on a CD, he had kind of like main collaborators like Lissy, Angela Mikulski. Most of those people, besides two, are banned in here. He does have one with Angela, the first track, No Ordinary Life. Great song. And then maybe my favorite is the second track he did with Lissy called Open Heart. So those are the best for me. So I don't know if I have bias just because I wanted to hear all the same vocalists again. I don't know. And also, you know, I'm not sure the songs are credited to like him and Lissy. So it's like, did he write the lyrics? Did she? Did they both collab? That kind of element is missing from these other tracks. But still, it's a good album. The only other singer I'm familiar with at all on here is track 5, the song Trigger. It's got the band Dirty Radio on there. I do like that song. I've literally, though, only heard some of their stuff because they're Canadian and I've watched a ton of Canadian TV. Don't have too much else to say about this one. It's very good. I don't know why he doesn't have any physical release past this, but he has definitely not stopped being as prolific as ever. He'll put out a single every few months or so. Why did he stop doing CDs? I don't know. I mean, maybe he just doesn't want to. Maybe he doesn't have a full body of work and just wants to focus on the singles, get them out right away. I would love to see an album from him. After this, though, I would say his music definitely full on club ready, which it's cool, but I don't always want to hear it. The only one I will mention is one he put out in 2024, I believe, called Remedy. That was like such a standout track for me. I love that song. I was like, he's back, because on it, he sings himself. You know, it was like a light at the end of the tunnel from all just this, you know, dance music, dance music, dance music. It's like, finally, he's back. When he released it, actually, I've followed him on Twitter since day one for whatever reason. I responded to him on Twitter and said, I love this song. This reminds me of some of your older work. And he actually responded to me and said, yeah, he didn't realize it. I think he said it's, you know, like his vintage stuff. And I'm like, oh no. I hope vintage doesn't have a bad connotation here, because I really wish he could put out something like Believe. I would buy it. I'd buy the CD and the vinyl without hearing it if I had any inclination of that. So that is all for me. Check out Believe, man. See what you think. Morgan Page, amazing, great artist. I would assume he's still, you know, DJing out there here and there. He's been doing it for a long time. I know he also posts on maybe like YouTube or something of like tips for producers and stuff like that. Kind of interesting. Always gotten a very good vibe from him. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.